One of the things that we are getting coming from Neo, ladies and gents, is that apparently there's a video that has been trending on the social media that shows or reveals or remind us again that Neo battery swapping stations are not just consuming power from the grid, but they also help the grid, right? I mean, I still was going to notice that this video is talking about that Neo battery swapping participate in national grid or national energy infrastructure. Charging and battery swapping are power banks for the power grid. This is something that, like I said, it makes the whole game changer, or it brings the whole game changer for Neo. We have been talking about uh, the grid stabilization that comes with battery swapping station. Last year, a couple of times, we saw that when the temperatures in China were extremely hot, we saw and people run out of power, or grid could not take the electricity consumption that came with that. And because Neo battery swapping stations are connected to the grid, they were able to dispose of the power into the grid. And guess what? Few people that did not have power were able to get power back with the power that came from the Neo's battery swapping station. This is why the Chinese government likes this technology that Neo is deploying. This is why the Chinese government will make sure that they give massive support onto Neo to deploy more of this infrastructure. I mean, you will know that Neo, even the chargers, this video also talk about the chargers, right? Neo chargers, Neo introduced something called V2G, vehicle to grid, right? Where users get paid to discharge of their power into some of the Neo chargers, right? It's not all of the chargers that this happens, but some of the chargers of Neo, it encourages the consumers that have charged their cars to come and get paid for disposing of the power into the charging infrastructure, because battery swapping station ends up also being a backup for the government. That these are infrastructures that are not only helping Neo users charge their car, but they are also helping the government as a backup, power backup that stores energy for the government, for the entire China, and in a time of need, power is disposed of, like what we saw a couple of times last year when other cities, when your battery swapping stations were facing power outages. You will know that how this process, or the process of Neo charging the batteries that the users deploy back into the battery swapping station when they realize that they are empty and get new fully charged ones, is that Neo only charges those battery at a time or at a period where the demand for power consumption is low. So this can be around from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Neo is making sure that it is charging those batteries in preparation for the peak hours in the morning. Those that might want to charge the batteries in their, those that might want to swap their existing batteries with new batteries, they will find that. But obviously, it's not only in the AMs that Neo is charging. They see, I mean, peak hours, we know that it's early morning when people are going to work, and late in the afternoon or early evening when people are going back home. We know those are the times where peak hours are, and therefore Neo can always find a time to charge the batteries, either during the day when the demand is low, or even maybe at night, late at night, when people are not using a lot of power. Which this shows you of how battery swapping infrastructure is a good initiative, that not only solves the problem or the anxiety that comes with charging a battery, which might take a lot of time, which we all know that is also not convenient during rainy days and the day where the sun is extremely hot, which with a Neo battery swapping station, you know that that anxiety gets to be taken away. And thank God Neo is getting massive support. This past week we were talking about Shanghai giving massive support onto Neo, saying that, look Neo, for each and every battery swapping station that you deploy in Shanghai, we shall subsidize 40% of that. So the total cost that Neo spends, which if I remember well now, it's around 1 million RMB, the amount or the cost that NEO takes to make and deploy a battery swapping station. So 40% of that will be obviously subsidized by the government in Shanghai, which is great, which is amazing, and it tells you, or it speaks volumes of where this technology is headed. So yeah, man, this is what we saw. China continues acknowledging the big work or the good job that NEO is doing, and this is a massive encouragement. This to investors is something that shows us that China will never allow NEO to fail. China will make sure that NEO does well, because they are doing something that not only gives convenience to their users, those that are driving NEO cars, but they are also doing something for the government that is very important, and that is they are storing power. They are storing power for the government, and when the time that some of the cities in China needs power and there's not enough, this battery swapping station can be used to deploy power back into the grid of those cities, which is great, which is amazing. And you can imagine how much of a difference NEO will be able to make when it comes to helping the government with grid stabilization. Right now, NEO has got over 1,350 battery swapping stations. You can imagine the amount of power they will be able to help the government with when it comes to stabilizing the grid, when they have 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 battery swapping station, which is something that is great, and we look forward to that. So yeah, man, I thought I'd come and give you this quick updates. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds, the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. I know. Share price wise, NEO might not be doing the most, but yesterday we saw it doing very well. But I'll do maybe a video later about that. But for now, I thought I'd come and give you this quick update. Like, subscribe, share, because it takes me some time to make this video. The more you share these videos, the more the new users will be encouraged to remain long and strong. But something that we must say, or I must say, is that if you want to sell your NEO shares, you can do so, because I'm not certified to tell you what to do with your money, as I'm just giving out my opinions based on what we read, based on what I see on the streets of social media. I will see you on the next one, and God bless you all.